Welcome back to the MBU Basketball Coaches Show. I'm Joel Devick. That's Sam Pearson. Sam, thanks for joining me.
Always a pleasure, my boy.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, you as well.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
So we're through the holiday period and heading into the next semester now. And the last time we spoke, had Columbia coming to town. It was tough game for you guys. You hung tough, but as you said after the game, I thought it was important for something that you probably tell your team in the locker room is like, we're not too good that we don't realize we can't win a game. We can't lose a game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think it was a timely loss, much needed loss. We started feeling ourselves a little bit, not practicing as hard, kind of took our foot off the gas. Our details kind of lacked. And we came in here, man, and at our place, took a loss to a Columbia College team, man, who expects to win. It's got a tradition of greatness, and they're a program, even in a new coach in James Arnold, man, who they step on that court, man, they play a really good brand of basketball. And I think that in that game we came in thinking that we could win, and they knew they could win it. And they just played with a different urgency, man. They played with a different execution, man, and they really took it to us. Now I think that rewatching that film, man, there was some things late that I could have done and some personnel that I had in that kind of hindered us. But man, it was a hard-fought game against two tough conference rivals. But losing it here at our place stings a little more. Obviously we have to return to their place, I think, in end of January or beginning of February.
Right, yeah.
And, man, it's a tough place to play, at the Southwell, man. So, man, we're going to be looking forward to it. We ain't going to look too far ahead, but, that one is definitely one, that we would like to get back. We knew we dropped one, and we knew just, ultimately we weren't the best representation of us. I felt like we just weren't us. We didn't share it right. We didn't shoot it right. We didn't rebound it right. Man, and Columbia College did, man. So tip the cap to them. But we're still one game out of first place. We only got one loss in the conference. So moving forward, man, these next couple of weeks will be huge for us. And then towards the end of the month, man, we'll be able to step back on the court with CC, man, see if we can revenge that loss.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, the AMC, it's crowded at the top right now, but you guys are right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And the team at the top of the conference, we'll get into them in a little bit. They will be coming here to the Petty.
Yep.
But you got a chance to move away from conference one last time last Thursday, and it was a special game for a couple of reasons. One, you got the win. You got a pretty big win against Judson University. But, Tiani Taylor, as we seem to mention her every single week.
Yeah, she's special, man.
For good reason.
Yeah.
As he said in the post-game interview, she is a special player, and she proved it by getting the all-time scoring record for the women's basketball program. Talk to me about that moment. Talk to me about that game.
Man, she's special, man. She's special, man. Man, hats off to her, man.
Yeah,
hats off to Tiani Taylor, man. She's a special individual, man. She's a special individual. She's a heck of a ball player. She's a Hall of Famer for us. Obviously now the all-time leading scorer. Man, she's different. She's different in her approach. She's different in her maturity. She's different in her leadership, especially this year. And obviously she's different in the way she can score the basketball on all three levels, at the rim, shooting a mid-range, shooting floaters, or shooting a triple, but also guards the basketball at a high level and leads the team and sets a record in steals, So, man, she's just all around, man, one of the best women's basketball players that we've had here at MBU, man. It's been a pleasure to coach her. She has helped me grow in my coaching abilities. She's helped me grow, as an individual as well, in my humility, I guess you could say. But, man, she's one heck of an individual, man, one heck of a ball player, one heck of a leader for our program, man, and we're just glad she's on our team, man, not an opposing opponent.
Yeah, she's not on the other side, and we're glad for that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Real quick, do you think that at this point in the season and, seeing how the team rallied around T after she got the all-time scoring record, but also just the way they've been playing lately and maybe, you'd be able to speak to it a little bit of like how they reacted to losing to Columbia, but do you think there's a different urgency about the team this year?
Oh, I do. I think that there's different expectations, and with expectations comes pressure. Because we know that we're really close to competing at the top of the conference. Obviously like you said, there's a 4-team race, and we're one game out of first, but we know there's a realistic expectation that we could host a conference tournament. First ever conference tournament hosted at one site, and we have that opportunity. But yeah, there's a different urgency. There's a different focus. There's a different drive because we know how good we can be. Again, I think that Columbia College loss told us that, now no matter how many games you've won in a row, it was 5 at the time, no matter how many games you win in a row, that next one is the one that counts. Right. And we stepped on that court and we took that loss, man. But I think that it kind of humbled us. It refueled us and brought back this hunger. That we're gonna continue to ride. One game at a time. But man, it's Tiani Taylor breaking the scoring record, man, kind of allows us to settle in now. We're not chasing that record, trying to run different sets and more sets for her. Now we can settle in and really play basketball.
Now you can play your game.
Play our game. Yeah. Pass up good looks for great looks. It ain't always throw the next one to T so she can hit the triple and we can break the record, But now we can play not necessarily free, but just play our brand of basketball.
Just within yourselves.
Within ourselves, man. I'd be interested to see how that looks here these next couple of games here this coming week.
Absolutely. Speaking of those next couple of games, we forgot to mention brand new uniforms.
That's right.
Y'all broke them out for the game against Judson, and I think they look pretty slick.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Went with the grays, man, with the Spartan head logo. I want to say we're one of the only teams, man, especially in basketball that's brought out the Spartan head rather than a printed name, or printed logo, man. So man, I think they're pretty sweet, man. I think that when I took over, man. I brought in 12 freshmen, and we've lost a couple of them over the years, but the players that we now have, and Alexis Austin and Lauren Ebert and Tiani Taylor and Joel Atkins, et cetera, man, to break them out some new jerseys come their senior year, their last tour out, man, is kind of sweet, And I always say, hey, you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good, man. So hopefully we're able to ride that momentum, man, here on out.
Right, that's true. I almost forgot. It was like, this is kind of like a full circle moment for you, just with the fact that, this year's seniors are the first group of freshmen that you brought in.
Yeah, this is my first recruiting class, man. It's now all graduating, man.
Yeah. So a little bittersweet, but obviously there's still half the season in front of us. Yeah. Still plenty season, man, and like you were alluding to, man. This coming week, man, could quite potentially make or break our season. We play Stevens College, who is completely changed with Coach Andre Bell. They're currently only one loss in the conference. We only have one loss. They've beat Columbia, who we lost to. Right, yeah.
And we're going to play them at their place in Columbia, Missouri, man. So that's going to be a challenge. They play a good brand of basketball, share it well, guard it well, and they're well coached. Now I think that with the group that I have. When we're playing our best basketball, we're tough to beat, man, no matter the opponent. So we're going to put our best foot forward, man, and see what happens come Thursday night at Stevens College. And then on to Saturday, man, we're playing probably the best player in the country, and Grace Beyer at St. Louis College of Pharmacy here at Missouri Baptist in the Petty, man, at 1 o'clock tip. But man, I mean, Coach Jeff Reese has really got them rolling, man. She's a 32-point scorer. They run a lot of sets for her, put the ball in her hands a lot, and she's a dynamic player, man. So she's a tough outing, for any opponent. And they're actually ranked number 1 in the conference right now with 0 conference losses. Yeah. So, if we're going to host the conference tournament, which is our number 1 goal, it's been our number 1 goal from the jump here this year, is to host the conference tournament. And the team that finishes number 1 in the regular season does so. But for us to do that, man, we gotta beat teams like Stevens College and College of Pharmacy, man. 2 tough teams, tough conference opponents for us. So
yeah, and pretty crazy that the 3 games in conference that you have, or that you're in the midst of right now, are all the teams that are, I believe 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. That's
We're
right.
sitting at 4.
Yep. That's right. That's right, man. And again, man, it's about putting your best foot forward, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last game's over. Can't change nothing. You know, all we can do is focus on this next game. Get the scout, get the scout done, get our scouting report finished, make our last minute adjustments, man, and then let's just play basketball. You know, at the end of the day, man, there's 40 minutes worth in the court is 94 feet, man. You know, it's about putting the ball in the hole. It's about guarding the basketball. You know, and that's about it, man. So we're gonna play our best brand, man. Come Stevens College, come Pharmacy College, man, and hopefully on into next week, man. There's a 3-game week next week, but we ain't gonna look too far ahead of it, man. But you know, we'll be ready. We'll be ready, man. We're refreshed. It's a new year. We're refreshed, man, and ready to ride this momentum into the last couple of months of the season.
Yeah, I'm sure your New Year's resolution is to win the AMC this year, huh?
That's right. That's right. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see if we're able to do it, man. We got I think we have 16 more games. So there's a lot that can happen, man.
Yeah.
You know, let's just take this thing one game at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, and then we'll see where the chips may fall at the end of it.
Yeah. Well, a little check-in for you, Coach. As I was writing about the win against Judson, you guys are off to your best start since, I believe, from the first 11 games, since 2005, 2006. Where you guys started 11-1. That's, you know, it feels like eons ago.
Quite a ways ago. Yeah.
So forging a new path in the women's basketball side at Missouri Baptist University.
Yeah.
Coach, thank you for the time.
Yeah, always a pleasure, boss. Always a pleasure. Appreciate you having me, man. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we appreciate the time, Coach. As he mentioned, it's a huge week for the Spartans. They've got Stevens College on the road at 5:30 in Columbia, Missouri, and then coming to town is going to be University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy. Grace Beyer, one of the best players in the nation, is coming to the Petty. We want a lot of students to come out. We know that class won't quite be started yet, but if you guys can make it out at 1 p.m. for the game against the Eutectics, I know that Coach Pearson and the rest of the team would appreciate it. So,
yeah, absolutely. Come on, support us, man, and shine on.
Yeah, pack the Petty. That's the name of the game this Saturday. So that'll do it for us. No Kevin or Coach Preston Ingram this week. They wrapped their non-conference this week, but we'll get a special check-in with them for next week's Coaches Show. For Sam Pearson, I'm Joel Devick. We thank you for joining us on the Spartan Digital Network and the Women's Basketball Coaches Show.